Dr. Fadl Salih Hassan al-Ra'i argues that the beginning of a surah is always rhetorically connected to its ending. The beginning of a surah is always tied to its ending. What's the beginning of the surah? One ayah, wal asr. The point of which is to illustrate that your time is running out. And the last ayah has 4 activities that we've been discussing over the last 2 sessions. You know how you tie these 2 things together? Your time to get serious about iman and action and tawasi bil haqq and tawasi bil sabr is what? Is running out. You better get your act together. This is a state of emergency for you personally. Innal insana lafi khusr, you understand it as inna nafsi, I myself am in trouble. I am in loss. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us of those who successfully fulfill the conditions of Surat Asar. Allahumma ja'alna min alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bil sabr. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ni wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikr al-Hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You know, from the Islamic point of view, all human beings are rich in one asset. Time.
Okay.
The sick, the healthy, the man, the woman, the wealthy, the poor, the educated, the uneducated. Everybody has one thing that they have some authority over. Is time. Now, that time is constantly being taken away from us. Our bodies are withering. Slowly but surely, we're maturing. We can't help our growth. And as we're getting older, our bodies are decaying and we can't help that. We can't stop it. We can slow it down if we try, but we can't stop it. And we're all running in this stream of time. Nobody can run backwards. Everybody's headed forwards. إِنَّكَ كَادِحٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ كَدْحًا. You are marching forward. You know, it's like the imagery of, you know, those escalators. You're standing on it. There's no going back. You just got to keep going straight forward, forward, forward. Now Allah swears by that time that you and I are running out of. And He says one thing, no doubt every single human being is drowning in loss. So now think about this. The Quranic view, the Islamic view, for all human beings. I don't care if you're rich or poor, wealthy or not, famous or not, healthy or not, doesn't matter. All human beings, no matter what their worldly life is like, no matter how much they think they're enjoying themselves, the Quran says they are drowning in loss. To help you understand this imagery, when I explain this to children, I use this imagery because it helps a lot. Imagine that you're drowning, but you're asleep. You're unconscious. You're drowning. First of all, do you have a lot of time? When you're drowning and you're unconscious? You don't have a lot of time. Time's a big asset here. So you got to take care of business immediately. But what is the first thing you have to do to have any hopes of saving yourself? For a person who's subconscious and drowning, what's the first step? They have to wake up. If they don't wake up, there's no discussion of anything else,
you gotta
right?
Wake up,
You got to wake up. Now imagine that your dream is life is good. It's all great. Everything around you is wonderful. You're partying. You're living it up. You've got all the time in the world. But that's a dream.
Wake up.
Reality is you're actually drowning. Now, when you're drowning and you wake up, let's say you do wake up, and you realize, in fact, that you are drowning, that was a dream. This is reality. The reality is actually unseen, and what you see around you is deception, right? When you come to that conclusion, then necessarily the person who's drowning, whether they know how to swim or not, they're going to try to flap their limbs and try to get out of the water. They're going to do whatever in their capacity. We said in the beginning discussion, the person who truly seeks guidance says, I want to worship you. I want to do something. I don't know what to do. Show me what to do, how to get out of this water, right? So this person starts, flapping away, trying to get out of this water. But this attempt to get out of your drowning state will not happen unless you do one thing first. You wake up. What do you wake up to? What's the reality? That time is running out. That is the ultimate loss of all human beings, is time. And people who think they have all the time in the world, and Allah speaks of this. There's a person whose attitude is يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ. He thinks his money is going to give him eternal life. He thinks his money is going to last him forever. There are people who will build their house and mansion and they'll reach an age where they can't even walk from one room to the other without help. Who's enjoying that mansion? Right? So there's this false hope that this world brings with it, and people get completely sucked into it and forget to open their eyes. The dream is too sweet. The dream is too sweet. So if for a moment your eyes have opened, don't let them shut again. Don't let them shed again. The last thing I'll say about this, which is really important, is there's a poet who gives an analogy of this reality. I mean, think about it. We are saying that all human beings are running out of time and they better get their act together. Otherwise they're in real serious trouble. But do you see that trouble? No. We can't see it with our eyes. It's only going to be visible to you as soon as your eyes close forever. Yeah. You go into that ground and now you'll see what you did, right? But for now you don't see it. Yeah. For now you don't see it. So the poet complains, he says, I'm in the middle of the ocean, I'm hanging onto a raft, and it's raining. And I'm being expected not to get wet. And let me tell you what the poet's actually talking about. The poet is talking about us living in this world. As soon as you step out of your house, as soon as you flip on the TV or surf the web, there are things that you're bombarded with that you want. Car, house, girls, men, whatever it may be, right? Different desires are being pushed and blasted to you. Billboards everywhere, ads everywhere, you know, the talk of money and what to do with it and what to get and what not to get and career and this and that. You're constantly being blasted with what you want to get. Yeah. And people are convincing you that this is success. If you have this, you will have success. Tell me something. If you are in a room that is on fire, or you're drowning, and somebody comes and talks to you about what kind of car you want to get, or what kind of house you want to live in, or when are you going to get your next promotion. Doesn't that sound crazy? Yeah. Before you talk about success, you have to talk about survival, right? Yeah. We are saying, yes, we want you to succeed. But before the discussion of success even becomes relevant, you have to make sure you're doing what? Surviving. That's the Qur'an's picture. And what the imagery I just shared with you is actually from Surat Asar. You know, Allah swears by time, all human beings are drowning in loss, except those who believe. Believing is like waking up and do righteous deeds. And